Hi everybody, welcome to Example Solves Week 2. I apologize for the not great lighting as I'm not currently at my primary place of residence. So first of all, let me go over a question that Harsha had, as well as many other people have asked me in the past, what is sandwich floating? And so sandwich floating is a, mark my words, very advanced technique, not in terms of skill, but in terms of sort of when it actually becomes useful. And so this is like after you've learned all floating and like all this crazy stuff, it can be a way to not miss floats. I don't do it that much personally, but it shows up, I don't know, it shows up sometimes. It could save an alg, so I guess it's fine, but I feel like it's hyped up a lot more than it should be, but I'll explain what it is. So let's say we have this cycle. It doesn't really matter where I'm going, but we have this like closed cycle that's flipped in orientation. And so we need to break somewhere. We don't notice this is flipped, so we don't notice we can float. So let's just break for the sake of the example UB, although maybe here would be a better break anyway. But we go UB, so UB, LU, and then RU, UB. So we form this sort of general case X, A, B, X. And whenever you have X, A, B, X, you can float AB from X buffer. And that doesn't waste, or that's actually saves an alg. You can also do this if it's like shifted. So if it's like RX and then AB, XP or whatever, something at the end, what you do is this like AB in the middle, you'd execute it from X buffer, and then those R and the P just like move together. So you get rid of the cycle in the middle and then everything moves together. But it takes a lot of thinking, and I don't love it because it can waste time sometimes. So basically instead of going here, you would just notice that that's a floating cycle, and then you would take care of that. I mean, ideally you'd probably break in or whatever. So let's go on with the actual example solves. I will put scrambles in the description. Once again, it is obligatory that you follow along with the cube. Otherwise, you won't understand anything that's going on unless you use the exact same color scheme and as I do. The corner memo, we hit this sort of twisted cycle, and so we're just going to break to here. Let's say it was like this, and this was like, let's say it was like this. I wouldn't break here. I'd break here, or I'd look for something else like here because that'd be faster. But so here, let's say I default here, even though I normally default there. This isn't the best because it's going to force like a weird A perm. But anyway, this forces something fast. So we'll go here, and we go here back to here. And what's funny is this is actually an example of sandwich that I would see. I promise, guys, this wasn't planned. But anytime you have, so this would be like BSDB. It's very easy to see, even though like I use UFL before UBR, that you just have to put like S into D and then do the U2 interchange. All right. So let's just say I wouldn't think about that in memo. I just memo and say like, oh, there's a sandwich. So you have here and then there, and then this sort of 2C prime case. I would argue that the best way to attack it is probably go here, here, and here. And yes, I would notice that. Sort of subconsciously, I've been getting very familiar with, well, first of all, just pure 2 swaps. So in my mind, sort of, I know all like the 3, for each 2 swap, 3 combinations that'll solve it. And I'm getting more familiar with these twisted 2 swaps, although there's 6 possible combinations, I believe. Yeah. I mean, for this, there's also 6 possible combinations, but what'll happen is you'll just end up forcing the same com, just the inverse anyway, so it's negligible. And then you could like parity shift out of it, whatever. I don't want to talk about it too much, but so we'll go here, here, here. And then we're going to do UF UR swap so that we can use UF first of all, and just because I don't see anything else that's crazy solved or whatever. So we're going to go here, here. Then we reach the buffer, shoot it somewhere fast. This is somewhere fast, but that's flipped. So I was gonna go here anyway, so we're gonna go there. So we have there, and then continuing on. And when I shot this up here, I remembered that the buffer will be in this UB sticker. So I know that when I end this, there's a flip somewhere, and I would probably be able to deduce just noticing that this BL was flipped, and by tracing around the cube and remembering which ones I traced to, that FR was flipped. Also, I could just use my eyes and see that's right in front of me. So that being said, we're gonna break into this probably at the last one unless I can't find anything fast. So let's go into exec this direction. I always go like this, right? And then we could actually cancel here. Next one is this, right? This next one. Now, immediately I'm starting to think about going here, here, and then up there. But it may be a case where, just off a feeling, I feel that this is like just as fast. Although I don't have any conclusive evidence, but we're gonna do the initial thing I came up with, because you stick with the lefty turning and it's fine. So I'm gonna go here, and then like I talked about in my previous tutorial video, you can execute cycles in whatever order you want. So we're gonna do this next because that's sort of the way I memoed it, and it turns out. So remember, we have B, S, D, V, and this is a general case for sandwiching where it doesn't take much mental effort because you can just see that this has to go in there. So we'll do that, and then, right, and then this is actually a nice case to do with that. Sometimes I do JPerm, but I'm pretty sure this alg is on my sheet, or at least it is for DFR. And then it's just you don't do the D at the beginning, but you have to do it at the end or something like that. And so that's a pretty nice corner solution because we stay in home grip the entire time. And yeah, so that was the first scramble. We'll go on to the next. So this is the second scramble. I misscrambled somehow, and so that's why I cut the video. So corners here, pretty simple. And then this two swap. Actually, no, did I mistrace? Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, okay, so here, and then this 2C prime. And so, yeah, so I'm just gonna memo here, and then remember that this is the parity target. So GRHTBK, and then remember that this is the parity target visually. And so for here, we're going to think about parity shifting because this, if you notice, okay, before all, this is a T2C case, but I haven't sat down and learned them yet, unfortunately, due to many circumstances. So we're going to parity shift probably here. And what's nice about this is that you could do so many different swaps, but mainly I'm looking for UFUR or UBUR or UFUB or ULUR. And then the extreme backup is UFUL. And so we just do sort of whatever comes first. So and this is dynamic alternate pseudo swapping, by the way. So we're gonna go into here. This first comm takes away that UFUL swap, like our extreme backup, so that's good. Second, third, still don't know what swap I'm doing. And as soon as I hit this, I'm like, yeah, I probably wanna go here. And then we notice we hit our pseudo buffer, which is flipped, and so that means this one is the flip. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a flip. That was actually pretty good in terms of just scramble types. So edges, right? We could cancel there, and then now I preach a lot about cycle breaks and breaking into flips well, but I actually don't know what's the best here. Maybe something like that, because you get to cancel the R wide move. This may also be good because you get to cancel the U move. But I actually don't know what would come first for me. So let's just go. Let's go that first one because it shows a sort of non-traditional type of cancellation where it's like L prime R wide prime or something like that. But what you could do is notice that this like L prime is the same as doing an R wide. So you could just like regrip down here and finish that off, right? And that's nice. So then corners, pretty standard. Big cancel, that's what I like. And I messed it up, but you get the point. Last scramble, corners, force something fast, go here. And here, here. 3 pretty good corner comms. Next, for something fast. You know what, this is pretty fast. Actually, no, I lied. This is the best. I'm still working on optimizing cycle breaks. And so you saw there, that was kind of an instinct I had, which isn't the best instinct. So we're gonna go down here. And then actually we notice that we shoot this into the flip position, and then we come back to it. We hit the other side of the sticker that we shot our flip buffer to. So that means that this cycle is complete. This is like a 2e prime. And that means that that's like a closed cycle. And so we can float. So we're gonna float UR, go there. So very good scramble, actually 8 Alger. So let's start executing. We can notice a big cancel in there. And I think, wow, okay, so that's like a, let's try that again. I think Jake has a video on this. Like, when you have these 2e primes, you can often cancel a lot of moves. So that's a good example of it. They're hard to see though, because you're always worried in solves that you're gonna mess up. So for this, you are calm. Maybe not the best thing to do, but I do that. Pretty simple, and then pretty simple. Here, done. Good solve. Pretty good solution there. So thanks for watching. I felt like I rambled a lot in this one, but hopefully that's fine. And I think good informative stuff in this one as well. So hopefully you guys learned something new, and see you next week.